Good morning. Good morning. My gosh. Hey, we're good. We're good. We're good. I've been keeping an eye on this OBS situation. It's been telling me sometimes that there's some issues, but I don't think there's anything. So it's on its mood sometimes. That's all. So today's Monday. You know what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be probably a hangover Monday. Not for me, for the market. Usually kind of typically kind of chops a bit at first until giving the better play a little bit later on. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to, you know, speak on a day that hasn't even happened yet. But one thing I do know is this price over here. I mean, just should have been long since Friday. I'll be honest, but uh, I saw that price on Sunday. We gap up, and I'm like, nah, we're gonna probably pull back. Go fill that gap. Nada. We just kept on going higher. So this was the Sunday gap at open here. We opened up at 57. I mean, I knew once we took back that 43 level, we would be pushing back up to that 65 and 75. And no, it's not hindsight. I mean, this is exactly what we were mentioning on the Discord. I posted this plan up on Friday. So it's not like, I'm just here talking bluff. I genuinely put this plan up here. I said I'll be watching for maybe 39 to get hit and then 43 reclaim. I'll be long. So pretty straightforward, we're aligning with the reasons why I think 43 was a kind of a key level, right? We closed right below that on Friday. Buenos dias. You're listening. That's what I was going to say. I thought you were at work today. Gotta watch out. I think if I'm not wrong, you said you were doing something to do with Windows. So make sure you put them up straight. But yeah, I mean, with this plan here, I got bit by mosquitoes, I think, overnight or yesterday. I don't know when, but I'm itchy my legs. These mosquitoes here, they're not forgiving. These guys are very, very, and they're always after me. I don't know what type of blood I have, but if there's certain people that get bitten more by mosquitoes, I'm definitely one of them. I'll work listening earbuds. Nice, look at that. Instead of listening to music, this guy is listening stock market talk. So I appreciate that. We'll see what we can pull off here today. But as you know, Antonio, it's Monday. We're gonna have to be a little bit extra patient, especially on Mondays. I don't know why I kind of rush out of the gate. So I'm gonna be a little bit cautious today because I've been doing well on Mondays. It's not that I haven't. It's just the clue to doing well, I think, for me on a day like today is just being patient and not letting anything kind of get to me. I'm gonna be following the plan I posted up on the free Discord. If you're not there, you can feel free to join. It's a 100% free. You're never gonna be charged anything inside of that community. And yeah, I mean, you can see here my plan as of on Friday. We reclaim 43. I'll be long. I thought we were gonna dip, because we closed below that 43 level on Friday. So then I thought maybe 28.32 if we can trap and reclaim 28, I'll be long as well. Basically, I was looking for longs. That was the short summary there. I was looking for a short, but only if we broke down. I think it was 0204, something like that. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is if you're not in that free community there, you can come and join. Give us your take on the market. Everybody's opinion is welcome there. I always believe that authenticity will prevail. So I'm gonna pin the link to the chat. If you're interested, it's there for you. But now getting back to the levels, let's get down to a real plan that could be an executional plan for me. I mean, because today, based on what I said on Friday, I have absolutely no trade here. But these are the same levels we've been playing in for a very long time now. So I mean, these levels are not very new, and I don't think you should be surprised as well. So first level down is going to be 64 to 68. This is I had this box here since like last week. So basically we retook that resistance. You can see we dip right back into the 64, which this is what's scary, that we already even got a back test of 64. This is resistance. If you haven't seen any of the videos that I posted up recently, I would suggest that you do. Why? Because I can prove my points on what I'm talking about when it comes to price action and the way the market moves because the charts can prove it for me. So 64 is the level of resistance to 68. It is. So when we squeeze right through, it doesn't really matter how we squeeze, right? It sucks that it was on Sunday. We come back and look, we back tested right to 68. This cannot be coincidental. Right from 68, we squeeze even higher. And then again, we come back, giving us another entry. We come back, giving us another entry. The point here I'm trying to make is that 68 is being heavily worked at this point, right? So next up, we know 64 as well as the level of support. We get the dip right down to 64. Look at that. I mean, you really want to get technical. We got down to 64.25, but 25 bait, a tick or something like that. That's not far off. Buenos dias, Blush. Morning. But you can see this, how technical analysis works. It's not because, I have that video there that the market's going to move like that. No, it's a tendency. So 64, 68 is resistance. We blow right through it. All we got to do is we got to be patient for that back test of that key level. And look at that. It works there. Yes, every time it comes back to it, it gets riskier. But nonetheless, we get the final test of 64 here. You can see that right there. And then, boom, we squeeze on up higher from there. Now, of course, this level is getting very used up. So I would argue that below 64, I'll be probably looking for a short because we could be heading all the way back on down towards the 43 and filling the gap, which was left right here. See that giant gap there. So first support is going to be that 64, 68. Below there, I'm shorting. Above there, it's a risky long because it's already been heavily worked overnight. That's as much as I can kind of give you so that you don't get too confused as to what I'm saying as well. So 64, 68, long, I'm long. Below there, I'm short. Yeah, simple as that. Now, the problem is, what if we squeeze right through this 82 here at open? Well, it becomes the same thing. So we know 82 is resistance, right? 82, 84 area. So picture it like this. Have this area of resistance, right? What am I going to be waiting for? It does take patience as we level up. It does become more aggressive on the long side. You got to understand. So we push through. I would want to see the back test. Basically the exact same thing. All we're doing is rinse and repeat, going with the trend, going with the market, and then looking for the move up even higher. That's as simple as I can put it. It's a more aggressive entry to the long side if we squeeze, but I mean, I don't know if we're going to blow through 82. We already got stuck here at 6:02 in the morning. We got stuck here from 4 to 6 in the morning. More actually. From 4:34 all the way until 7 o'clock almost. So it was resistance for a few hours. I don't know if we're going to blow through it now. I would need to see price blow through it and then back test it. Because at that point, you know that resistance has been taken over, right? And this is what I mean by price is king. We got to just follow price. We don't need to, be guessing here. Is it going to break? Is it going to pop? I don't know. Nobody does. Is it leaning to the bullish side? Yeah, probably. I mean, this whole thing is, but the only thing that worries me is that gap. I got to tell you, I'll be honest with you. It does worry me to see that gap on Sunday. The gaps from during the week, I don't know why. I don't really have too much faith in those, but on Sundays, the gap, they always kind of fill. If that's the case, well, we have a nice gap at 58.40. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be waiting for price to basically tell me that we are weak. I'm going to be waiting for something to happen so that we know we have evidence that the Jenga block is failing. Only at that point will I be thinking short. I'm not going to be just shorting here because I'm feeling like this is a top now. Sometimes it can work amazingly. Yes. But it doesn't align with my plan. So 64, 68, that's going to be the key level there. Until price gets there, I'm really pretty much not going to be touching this right now. And I know it looks like we're pumping, right? But I ask you to relax. Like, I know that it's Monday. It's been 2 days off and we want to make a trade. Maybe you might want to make a trade. Honestly, I don't want to make a trade. Not here at this level. But what I'm saying is you need to be patient. Relax. It's okay. Every time I think about like FOMO, and I do get upset about missing out on my level or something like that, but I start to really think about it. You're like, think about it, Leo. we're gonna die, and these candles are gonna still keep on printing. Likelihood is that these candles are still gonna keep on printing. So us chasing one move here is like chasing butterflies. We can never really catch them. It's much easier to just build a nest and let them come to us. Let's let price come to our levels. We make a plan, we honor that plan. You know what I mean? You make money with your plan, you lose with your plan. It goes both ways. But at least at the end of the day, you can walk away feeling proud that you made a plan and you followed it. That's what trading is about, in my opinion. I used to think it was about nailing the market open so I can get out of here, but that was very wrong, of course. I used to tell my wife, oh, I feel like a race car driver. Like, why is it? Like, I would feel like I was in a race car. I'm telling you. My emotions were like excited out the door. Like, I could not wait for 9:30 to open so that I can nail that first move, because I thought that that was my edge, the first move. I tell you this because, I mean, I really thought like this, right? And it's wrong. And it only cost me a couple $1,000 trading my own money to realize. So another costly mistake I did was I was trading options at first, right? With my own money. My own money. Everything was always been my own money. My first trade ever. Well, no, not my first trade ever in options, because my first trade ever was like 7 years ago, right? But as a full-time trader, okay, my first trade ever was a short on the SPY options. I think they were like 3 weeks out of the expiration date, and I went in like, I think, almost $3,000 short, and one trade just like that. I think that first trade I lost like 800 or something. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, very wrong. Very wrong mentality. If I could only go back, I'm telling you the things I would tell myself. Oh my gosh. And you traders, I know that when we hear it, trust me, I heard this advice too, but we have to burn ourselves in order to learn. I don't think that traders can just learn by simply somebody telling you. That's the problem with traders here. Even me, I was the same thing. If I tell you to trade the micros and trade ES, or trade one instrument that you like and just focus on futures, you might not like it. But I thought I would be doing better with stocks, because when I first started 7 years ago, I used to trade stocks, penny stocks and stuff like that. I used to like having to do the research, right? And seeing what's hot, what's moving. Oh, look at this mover. It's up 500%. Like, we got to short this thing. Like, it's been halted twice already. It just keeps on going higher. We need to short it. I like that adrenaline, but at the end of the day, that is not how you're going to be profitable, in my opinion. You can become, if you really master that, you got to be a unique individual, but if you would just focus on one thing, pick ES, NQ, whatever it is that you want, as long as it's futures, okay? No options. Don't worry about penny stocks. Don't worry about, nothing in general. Just focus ES, NQ, which is one thing, and master it. One thing. Start off from right there. Start off with the micros. That would have saved me about 6 months. And number two, don't be putting in $3,000 on your first trade or on every trade that you're making. Doesn't matter how much money you have. It does not matter. I don't think you can justify that kind of trade with that kind of risk. You can have $1 million in the bank. I would still tell you, do not do it. All right, we're getting close to that 82 now. That was like my morning pep rally, I guess, to myself. But you know what, though? I say if I could go back, I would tell myself all those things, but I don't want to go back, because every mistake I did has pretty much got me to this mentality of where I'm at right now. If I just went back and told myself, don't trade options, well, then what value would my opinion have if I came here and I told you don't trade options? You know what I mean? I can tell you why not to trade options. I know about options. I know all about the Greeks. I studied the Greeks. almost tried to even figure out how it's calculated, okay? Because it adjusts with everything. Every single day is different. The pricings for the contracts. So I can tell you, don't do it. It's a pain in the ass. It's garbage. Unless you're selling options, then don't do it. All right, we're going to do the crystal ball indicator in a couple minutes. Let's let the market kind of get some more information here for the crystal ball. And lastly, price is king. I used to have indicators. I don't know if you saw one of these videos I got pulled up there. The other day I revealed what my charts used to look like. Again, this is not to throw shade at anybody. I'm not here trying to criticize you. If your charts look like this, please understand that I'm talking about myself. So this is pretty much what my charts used to look like. Again, I'm not here trying to throw shade at you. I'm just simply telling you that, like, when you see a chart like this, okay, for me now it's very extremely complicated. And in fact, I couldn't tell you what to do here. Like, I just couldn't figure it out. Yeah, I had the RSI, I had the MACD. The RSI was here, but I had MACD there. I had the volume kind of bars there. I used to even have the volume profile here. Trend lines, EMAs, VWAP, outer bands, resistance, I guess there. Like, this one's telling me to get ready for a buy. That one's telling me to get ready for a short. Like, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. You can have analysis paralysis like that. Your plan has to be simple enough that like a 10-year-old can understand it. If you cannot explain it to a 10-year-old within 60 seconds, let's go 60 seconds. If you cannot explain your trading plan within 60 seconds to a 10-year-old, you cannot be making that trade. And before I used to sound like a magician. Well, we got the 80 MA crossing the 21, and then the 51 is on top. So we're bearish, but we're flipping bullish now. And then the RSI is flipping this one to over the other one. Again, I'm not trying to throw shade at you. I'm just simply saying this is where I come from. It makes me laugh just thinking about how I used to trade. I just got this good old boring lines of support and resistance on price, and that's about it. And no, these boxes are not anything. They're just to show you, I guess, 64, 68, which is where I'm watching for a potential action of that level here. It's for visual purposes only. There's no real, like, there's nothing to this. I could probably even trade like this, but I mean, I'll forget a couple of levels in between, so that's why these lines are there. All right, let's do the crystal ball. So we're right below 82, which is resistance. We're above 64, 68. If you want to ask something to the crystal ball, if you got a question for it, feel free to type it in the chat. I'll ask it for you. All right, let's see. My question is very simple. Is ES going to fill Sunday's gap and push lower to 48.40? Where's the gap exactly? Let's be exactly with the crystal ball. 48.40.75. 48.40.75. Are we going to fill that gap? No. All right. All right. Then you mean that at that point, ES is going to be holding. This ES going to hold 58.64 to 58.68 level of support. We're right above it. We could easily go back and test it. It has been tested multiple times overnight. So, does it have another test in it? Let's find out. Perhaps. Oh, come on, crystal ball. Don't come here with those answers now. Okay, so there's a hangover. Oops. Monday, and we are going to chop. That's a valid question. We could be chopping between 64 and 82. Perhaps. All right, well, I think I'm going to leave the crystal ball at that. She doesn't think the gap's going to fill, but she's got a lot of perhaps. So perhaps we might chop, perhaps we might hold. Crystal ball, I think you're the one hangover this morning. By the way, if you want to share your thoughts, if you think that's 64, 68, or you think this is a bearish picture, let me know. Feel free to share your thoughts. I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm the most bullish person I think you might see on YouTube. I don't know. I'm always pretty much buying this thing. I mean, but look at this. This is the hourly chart I have pulled up for you at the bottom right now. As bullish as it looks, this gap here, I don't know. It just does not look prettiest. You know what I mean? It looks like it might want to fill. I'm not sure why, but I don't like when market just goes straight up like this. Look at that. Sunday, boom, massive gap pumps. And then we go sideways. We're basically going sideways now from here. You could be flagging. Look, at the end of the day, we don't need to sit here and guess. As I said, above 64, 68, I'm looking to the long side. It's as simple as that. There's no and ifs or buts. I don't care what shape or anything. But this is where my emotion kind of comes in. Because I'm like, watch, are we going to fill that gap? Because we are right below 82. It could be a nice short here too. We're right below 82. We're getting stuck right there again. And I'm not really in love with how many times we hit 64 and 68 overnight. Price is king. I know. I'm just giving you, you know, what's going on inside my head right now. Like, we got to kind of acknowledge this as well. Since breaking back above 64, 68 at 6 p.m. yesterday, we've had 1, 2, 3, arguably 4, 5, 6, 7 bounces from this level on a 2-minute chart. So it could be a little bit, you know, risky on the 8th time. So maybe I'll be waiting. I'll watch for maybe a trap. If we can get to like 61, reclaim 65, that would be interesting for me. As much as I would love to short here, I cannot. If we fail 65, 64, like I said, I'll be looking for a short. It's price is king, baby. Price is king. We don't need to guess. If that gap is going to fill, it's going to have to inevitably break 64. At 64, 68 breaking, we know we want down. We want to fill that gap so we can look for it. Right now, there's no signs that this thing wants to fill the gap. So I'm going to sit tight. It's Monday. Don't be in a rush. Mondays can be a little bit kind of choppy and, you know, maybe at around, I've noticed, it's kind of a tendency. Depends. Like maybe around 10, 10:30 gets better. We'll see. I don't know. Every day is different. Today is the 28th. Monday, October 28th. I don't know if you're interested in I don't know any of that numerology stuff or not, but today, if you want to make money, probably a good day. Look, I'm Spanish. I'm superstitious. Anybody tells me anything that the flower wakes up this way, it's going to be a good day. The flower goes this way. You need to do this so that it becomes a good day, okay? I'm Spanish. I'm Latino. I grew up like that. Apparently 28s are good for money. We'll find out. If that's the case, this thing's gonna pump today. Which is interesting actually. If you look at some of the market statistics, if I'm not wrong, the 28th is one actually a very strong day for the market. Let me see. I think it was something I was reading not long ago. Him. I I couldn't agree more. Mondays have been a struggle for me, except recently. Now I'm kind of flipping the table on Monday. But there was a good like 6 months period where I did not trade on Monday because I just could not wait enough. I couldn't be patient. And then I would think that I was being patient, but I just couldn't get it. You know what I mean? Like if you know it's not a good day for you, you can watch price today, like take notes on it, but don't get too excited. Don't rush. And most importantly, if you do have a bad day on Monday, start like noting it down, right? I got my nice kind of journal here in front of me at all times. So now I don't write on it as much. I should, but before I did, right? So Mondays, this is how I know that Mondays I didn't do well because I have enough data on my trading to know that Mondays was not a good day, right? So it's not I just came up with the theory. No, it's that after 12 Mondays, 15 Mondays where you're not doing well or break even and you're there struggling, well, you have data documenting it and you're like, yeah, okay, Monday, I probably should stay back. Like, really and truly, you don't need to be trading every single day. I'm trying to get to the point where I can basically trade like 4 times a week, 5 times a week. It's hard, but most of the trades that I'm looking for, they're like 15, 20 points beginning of the moves in general. Like that's 65. I mean, this is all one leg move right now. Market is open for business, by the way. We just opened up here. Break 30s. If I think the short and breaks 30s, oh my gosh. That would be a gorgeous. And look at that. We got stuck here right at 82. This is exactly what I mean by we don't want to rush into getting into a long as bullish as it looks because we know we're right under a level of resistance. This is not coincidence. And this is why I love this live stream and everything because it's always being recorded, right? We knew ahead of time 82 is resistance. I said I'm not trying to get long here right now or do anything here because I want to see what price is going how that we're going to react at 82. 1 out of 100, 82 will basically get denied here, break 65 and go fill the gap straight. And those are the ones that people look at and then they start to have FOMO and they start to have emotion. But we'll see. 68, 64 is incoming right now. Let's see if we can get all the way down there. I don't want this thing to just bounce from here now. By the way, too, if your Monday you find you're struggling, like I got XFAs and stuff like that, right? Today right now I'm debating which account I'm gonna be trading on, but you don't have to be on your I don't know what you trade, right? If you trade combines or if you trade your own money, but if you're simply not comfortable with trading with your XFA, you can go, to your accounts there and flip it to a combine or flip it to something else, right? Like you don't need to be, rushing and risking. You still want to trade, I get it. Trade on a combine, right? Like if you want a paper trade on Monday, right? Until you find your confidence back and until you kind of see what's wrong with Monday. Resistance is at 970. I'm assuming you're saying 5,900, right? or 90, 97. Yeah, around there, I would say there's resistance. Yeah. All right, we're getting right back above this 74.50. I thought we were gonna hit all the way back on down to the words the 68, but we didn't. So it's not bad because, like I said, 64, 68 was getting very used up. So the fact that they held price right there, that's pretty good sign so far. Crazy rejection of Friday. Yeah, that's right. 5,900. I see it now. I see what you're talking about. 975. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that was crazy resistance. Holy, that started the whole dump nicely on Friday. All right, so we're right below 82. We're kind of holding that 71 right now. So far, Crystal Ball might not be entirely wrong. We're kind of in between this area here. 82, right under 82. Maybe we're going to go chop. We'll see. I just don't like how we're in the middle here. Like, if we had gone 68, like I said, per my plan, I would be long down there. But 71, you know, not as, I'm not confident in that level. If it was Friday, probably I would have taken it. I don't know why. I love Fridays are definitely my strong days, but or I'm more aggressive on Fridays. I think. You know what it could be too on Fridays because by the time Friday comes around, you already have profits right on the week, and then I'm there like, all right, so I'm already this with this much profit. I can risk this much, still be in the green by this much, so get it out of the way. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but I'm just grateful at least on Fridays I nailed it right. Have a good weekend. Had an amazing weekend again. Barcelona, if you're a Barca fan, if you're a Madrid fan, that's all I'm gonna tell you. Quattro, quattro. I don't know if I can. I think I'm suntan or I'm sunburned now. I think tan. I don't really get burned. I just get suntan. I get more dark, believe it or not. Went to the water park yesterday with the kids. Sunny, very sunny. I can feel my shirt like as it rubs a little bit on my skin, it burns a little bit. It wasn't even that hot though. I mean, it was hot, but it was like 32 or something. I mean, it's hot, but here we reach like 40s and stuff, so it gets pretty hot. All right, I'll be honest. I'm not really upset that I'm missing out here right now. I don't. The direction is Choo Choo Train one's up, but we're kind of choppy here, so I'm not gonna be in a rush to get in. Nothing to do here. I want to make a trade, trust me, but not like this. Right now, Choo Choo Train, my leanings, we going up. Above 64, 68, we're going up. Just I don't really have a good entry here. Because the problem is, if let's say I get long here, right? 75. We can easily go here towards that 69. And then what am I gonna do? Get stopped out right above the level of support? You know what I mean? I'd rather see and wait if we can get down here, get long here, and then have my stop where it makes sense to get stopped, which would be below that level. All right, infomercial time. If you're not in the community, well, you can join for free. It's 100% free. You're never going to be billed anything inside of there. There's no in-app purchases. It's like those games. I downloaded what game I don't remember. It was like a month or 2 months ago. I told this story. It looked amazing. It looked cool. And then I download it, and you have to buy all these things in order to play. And you're like, what the hell is this? No. In this community, you're never going to be billed anything. And no, it's not a service where I'm just gonna send you my trades. I do post my trades there every single time I'm in a trade, and of course I'm not streaming. But more importantly than that is for you to see kind of what I do right and wrong, and yourself too. You're welcome to put up whatever you want here in terms of trading. And then we got now this kind of chit chat section here, so like that we can keep that room there a little bit cleaner. But if you're interested, it's 100% free, and I mean, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's your infomercial for the day. Which Friday, I didn't trade on stream, but there was a very nice trade I did do off stream, obviously. That's when I was on the Discord and I was talking about it there. Gorgeous, gorgeous trade. We're coming back down to 71. 71 looks like it's holding, but I don't know if it's going to hold. It doesn't look like it. I'll be honest. But it looks like we're building a U. A U. Something like that. This is what I mean by Hangover Monday. Do you see what I'm talking about now? This is exactly what I mean. Like that, whatever that is, this is what happens. This is when you got to be patient on Mondays. Patience pays you today. If you're not patient, you might as well send your money directly to your broker. I want to get long, just I'm not 71 yet. Maybe I'm being cheap here. Maybe 71 is the best price I'm gonna get. Uh-oh. My headphones just gave me the cue that I didn't charge them over the weekend and they're gonna die soon. No. All right, so we're getting close to that 68, 64 now. Depending how we sell there, I would not just long it straight. As mentioned, I want to look for maybe if we're aggressively selling, maybe towards like 60. Yeah, if we sell down to like the 60 and then reclaim that 64, 65, then I'm interested on the long side there with a nice trap. If we're selling very strongly. If we're coming into it, it does kind of matter how we come into the level as well. I know it sounds weird, but think about it like this. If we're just waterfalling, right? You know what the waterfalls look like by now. When they're just like, the candles just print red. Like, and I'm talking about not these candles. Like, you've seen them, right? Like those type of waterfalls. You're not just gonna long there. You need to see something, But right now, it looks like we're going there okay. CL starting to climb. Let's see. I got it pulled up here. It was one of my charts now. whenever CL does, they do kind of move nicely. Actually, I was watching that, Antonio. They're not I don't know if they're correlated or whatnot, but basically, when oil decides to basically pull back, ES kind of pulls forward. When ES pulls back, oil pulls up. Could be a coincidence correlation within the two markets, but I mean, ES is pulling back since market open, and oil is pushing forward since market open. So again, I wouldn't use these as like indicators. I have NQ I'm watching consistently as well. I don't use it as indicators, but rather, like it can serve as extra confirmation on what your thesis is. Sometimes it can ruin you though, but either way, you take that information and do what you will with it, I guess. I'm watching 3 charts. I'm watching the SPY, I'm watching NQ, and I am watching the dollar, DXY. Got the SPY at the bottom here. VWAP is there for entertainment purposes only. And then we have DXY here in the middle. And we have NQ right here on the top. We got down to 70. Almost 68. If we had been at 68, perhaps I would have taken that, but almost, not quite there. Look at that 82 resistance. We talked about that pre-market right there. Maybe it would have been a nice short today. God damn it. It's hard. It's difficult on those shorts. I prefer the short weakness than resistances in this type of market. Maybe because now we had one red week, we might be a little bit more balanced. But look at that, 82 so far. How? High on that candle is 81.75. Sometimes the easy trade is the perfect trade, and yeah. As Antonio said, we short 82. Imagine locking it down at the 30s. My gosh. I would take profit much earlier than that, I'll be honest. From 82, at 68, I would be out. Out and happy. Look, at least I'm happy for Latino music, because this market right now, I'm trying to get long, but I needed to come down a little bit more, yes. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. 82 resistance. It's gonna be very clear, obvious resistance whenever this thing starts pumping. But I need this thing to come on down to the where's the 68 for me to get long here. Just don't start the pump. Don't start the pump without me, yes. We're almost there. We're working our way towards that 68. Come on down to pick me up. Crap, it looks like we want to take back 74.50. Nope, denied. By the way, I don't know if you remember, if you know this level, if you forgot already about it. 74.50 has been a pain in my butt for a while, and we've been talking about these levels for, oh my goodness, a long time now. So that 74.50 being what's it called? A minor speed bump right now along the road between 82. You can see 74.50 getting stuck right there. That was the previous all-time high. I forget when we set it back in, but if you watched any of my last week's streams, or like, are we gonna have almost 2 weeks? This same 74.50 keeps coming back. One or the other. 74.50, 64. These levels are very, very used up at this point. They're all kind of like low quality at this point, I'll be honest. We've been inside these levels for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days now that we are talking. Holy shit, I just saw 69 there. We're looking at the daily chart. Gosh. Uh-oh. Did I just miss my entry there? Come on, man. I was looking at the fucking daily chart. Either way, I would have been more comfortable with 68, I'll be honest. But 69 is not far off. I'm wondering if there's any numbers or anything, because this is moving quite slowly right now. It's Monday, remember. It's Monday. That's 69 right there, though. Shoot. Okay, looks like we're coming back to it, and NQ's looking like they're dumping it. Maybe we get another entry here for me. It shows we got numbers in 39 minutes, so pretty much nothing. France is the one who's got some numbers coming out, but I don't think it really will make a difference on our end here. So this is the actionable level for me here, down here at this 68, 64-ish area. Just remember, if we do break below that level, it's a short towards that gap fill. Looking pretty weak. 82 so far. That resistance we talked about pre-market open. My goodness. If this thing goes straight to the 30s, oh my gosh. Or to the 40s to close the gap from the 82. Talk about a short. All right, come on. A little bit deeper, yes. Coming in a little bit deeper. Come on, baby. Let's go. We didn't quite hit 68 either. 68 and a quarter. I mean, it's a tick, but based on the picture I'm seeing here on NQ, this thing could still be looking for some more downside here. Exercise some caution. We're getting in that line in the sand now. That 64, 68 area is the line in the sand towards that gap fill. If I take that 68 long there. All right, I think I might take this. I know we'll see how it ends up, but that was kind of a bad fill there. I wanted to get filled 68, but I just seen it bounce right from 68 there, so kind of missed my entry there. I'm gonna be placing my stop right here, 64. It's a little bit bigger than I like usually, but it's gonna be a one trade kind of morning for me, and then I'll be done. I mean, if we also get down all the way to the 65, I could probably average in if we want to hold that level. Not in love with my entry right now, though. Bothering me here. There's two ways of looking at it. We hit 68 right to the Q there, but we need to bounce from here now, or else I don't want to see this thing go test 64. I should have been long 68. I realized that, but every day's different. Sometimes we bounce from 68 and we'll literally just like, kind of continue with reverse, but or I mean hit a high level of support and then kind of reverse. So it's up to the discretion of the person, you know what I mean? That's can't really say much there. Below 30 is literally bearish territory all the way to the 1. Yep. If we get down there today, that would be pretty bearish, I would say. So yes, you're definitely right. Come on, ES, wake up here, or else I'm thinking about probably a break even soon, and then just re-entering if we go lower, because I'm not really in love with how price is just kind of bouncing from here, but we'll see. Come on. Coming back down, retesting 69 again. Testing my entry, basically. Eh, eh. Come on, the bulls are not out of this bearish downtrend right now. We need to get going. We need to at least be hitting 74.50 here, or else. Not really in love with how this thing's moving so far. Debating my stop here. I don't like that with those weak bounces we're getting here. We're testing 68 once again. We test the right 68. I mean, 68 keeps holding. I know I should have been long from there, but could have, would have, should have, right? It's always like that. Whenever, like, I decide to be so picky on price, I won't get picked up. It's always a trade-off, right, for me. But today we're hitting it, so it's not good. Not good. Too many times is not good, too. Gotta get going, yes. 74.50. That's always the trade-off, right? Like, you see price bounce from 68 one time, and then you're like, all right, we bounce. I mean, I didn't get a long 68, but you can still take that long, like how I did there. And then we go all the way back down to 68, how we just did. And you're like, shit, I should have waited. But that's always the thing with the market, right? You never, like, it's either you bid the level dead on, but when you were coming down from it like that, I'm like, I want to see some type of defense of my level first, right? It's never a wrong to kind of see that wick popping off your level, because I don't know. Sometimes for me, it's, I don't know. Again, it's just price action, right? I see those bounces from 68. I'm happy with holding this trade, right? And again, we go back to the same scenario. There's always that trade-off. You can bid it dead on for a better entry, but it comes with a risk as well. And today's Monday, so I like to be a little bit extra patient. Come on, yes. Let's go hit 74.50 first. I do not want to see price get back down to 68. We already got just how many tests of this level? 1, 2, 3, arguably 4 times within the last 10 minutes. So we really need to get going now, or else the domino comes down. So if it fails, don't be surprised. I mean, it's giving me plenty of time to break even there, but I don't like break evens. I despise them. Let's just go 74.50. We can kind of do whatever we want up here. I might cut it. Not in love with this. We'll see. My stop will be... It's difficult. It's a magnet right now, this 68. We need to make 74.50 a magnet, okay? Yes? All right? And again, using up this level, be cautious. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of bounces right there. I think maybe my stop could be at 67. Risking 2 points. I can always re-enter later on. If we do break down these lows here, we could be in for a waterfall maybe, because of how many tests this thing's gotten so far. I want to see yes just go now. Let's go hit 74.50. I am currently long of 69.50. I'm currently long. I'm looking for this push back up. If ES wants to do it right now, right here, would be very nice. NQ is kind of looking like it wants to pump now, but ES not really. Well, NQ already pumped 20 points actually, right on one candle. Nice. 20 points right there on one candle. Meanwhile, ES is stuck at like a 2-point range. Gotta trade NQ. From my entry, 55. Already over 20 points on NQ right there. Boom. Remember, it's Monday. You gotta understand, every day is different, and Mondays are just like this. Before ES either breaks down this level or decides to kind of go back up, it takes time. All right, I think ES is looking like it wants to break down, buddy. I mean, NQ is kind of holding up here. And another test of 68.50. This is becoming very used up now. You can see how obviously 68 becomes support, and it is support. I mean, it's not coincidence that we have all these bounces here, but every single bounce makes this thing weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. So manage expectations here. It's either bulls step in right here, right now to backtest this levels up to the top, or we break down. And we break down. And the Jenga block is failing. We'll see. Either way, I'm already long looking for this push back up. Come on, ES. It's Monday. I know it's Monday, but can you give us this push? This is where it's difficult. I can't really get out of my trade. You know what I mean? I know if I get out, it's gonna go. But then if I don't get out, it might dump. So I'm committed to this trade now. Now we just gotta ride it. I gotta ride it. I'm gonna adjust my stop, though. I can always re-enter. I'm gonna put it right here at 67. I'm risking 3. What is that? 2 points and 2 ticks. So less than 3 points is a small risk for a potential pretty good sized reward. So we'll see. Technically, I was already at a 1-to-1. I just didn't take profit. I don't look for 1-to-1 trades. I'm not here to be making 1-to-1. It's either stop out or we're making 10 points plus on this thing. One or the other. I can always re-enter. If we go to like 64 and we bounce back again, I'll re-enter. It's fine. I just don't want to be sitting in this thing if it just waterfalls from here. Because it is consolidating pretty tight now. Alright, so just got taken out on that. 2 points, 2 ticks. I was going to have my stop pretty big, as I mentioned earlier, but I can always re-enter. I think I just got fooled. Oh my gosh, you see how it hunted my stop and then it's right back up to the 70 now? I'm telling you, I knew it. I freaking knew it. I'm like, ugh. If this thing goes through now, you're welcome. It knew that I was long. The market makers are watching me. I'm just playing. I'm joking. That is a total joke. Okay. All right, so I think I just got screwed there. I got taken out. I mean, we're chopping right back again. E6. We'll see. I've done one trade. Again, one trade. 2 points to tick stop. It's not a big deal. He's not really willing to hold that anymore. Like, we got some nice bounces of 68, but not enough for me to lock in profit there. I'm not going to take 3-point profit. Still got to lean to the upside here, though, but... Oh my goodness, look at this. So with 68, we have support, right? Why is it doing that? So 68, we have support. We know this level here. Look what it's done right now. Fucking crap. All right, let me see. I think I'm going to get long again, but... Where's the right price? I mean, where my stop was the best price. This is messy, but I'm still leaning to the upside here. I should have not moved my stop there. That's okay. Don't go yet. Am I really gonna get long against 69.50? Fuck. My mistake there was moving my stop. I should have left my stop where it was because it's frustrating because we know that 68 will support 64, right? So my stop needs to be below 64. Instead, I move it up to quote unquote risk less, right? But that was my mistake right there. Should have still been in the same exact trade there. And as I even said, I think I'm like, if anything, I want to average in at below here. Emotions. You see what I'm saying? Like the price is the king. Okay, I didn't honor price today, and the plan was simple: 68, 64. I'm looking for the long side. I waited for price. My emotion is the one that got to me here. So, hey, you saw it firsthand. Don't tell me it's hindsight that we're gonna push up from here now. That's just life. That's just trading. It is what it is. I took myself out there. Fucking candle there. But hey, I guess this stream can show you don't fuck around with your plan, okay? Like 64, 68, it was perfect to be buying here. Perfect analysis, perfect plan. But then my emotion came in and, did what it did. Why did I take myself out there? Oh my God. Oh well, there's 74.50 right there's exactly what I was mentioning that we wanted to see on that kind of pump there, but God damn it, man. Look, I'm not frustrated about seeing it go without me. Like, this is nothing. I don't care, but I'm frustrated at the fact that I let my emotions get in the way today. Yes, it's only a 2 point and 2 tick stop, but it's like, why? The analysis was perfect. 82 is resistance. 64, 68 is support. Look at that. Both levels are being respected perfectly. Both of them. 82 was respected as resistance. 68 and 64. What was the low on this candle? 66.50. Oh my goodness, man. It's so easy, this fucking game. It's easy but complicated. Look, I'm frustrated, okay? A little bit with... Again, I don't care about the move. Like this, I don't care about. I'm frustrated with me. Like, why didn't I follow my plan? I said, I want to have my stop here. Let it be. Let that stop be. That was the right stop down there. My entry was a bit late there, so I kind of had to swallow any downside, right? That's all right. I'm still going to survive. I'm still going to be living. Something better will come my way. But what I will want to point out to you is, of course, that 68, 64. I should have followed my plan better, but at the end of the day, look at that. 68, 64 didn't even get tested at the bottom here. And look where price is bouncing from here. Do you think it's coincidence? No, it's not at all. It's us that, like, I could have a perfect plan, but I can totally fuck it up because of my emotion, right? But at the end of the day, what I want to point out here is I was the one that didn't follow the plan. However, the level did respect 64, 68. did hold up here. You can see that, right? Like price literally bounced from within that level of support. So the system doesn't fail. It's us, me, that fails. And that's why I love technical analysis. That, even though, yes, I screwed it up this morning here with that 2 point stop there, I can at least go back and be like, all right, look, you had the right idea here. Just next time you have, like, this is how you're going to be getting better, right? But at the end of the day, this is what's tricky here. This is what most people, I think, to begin with, fail. Number one, not even understanding why price bounces from these levels, why price gets denied from these levels. This is the difficult part in the market. And this is what makes me laugh, because I would think that I figured out the fucking difficult part of it. But then the emotional state where it's like, okay, you got to commit, you know where your stop needs to be. And then I go and I move my stop because it's Monday and I don't want to risk too much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, the hard part I think I've completed. Understanding that 82 denial there and this 64, 68 bounce from here. This is the difficult part of it. And that's why I say that now this game's easy but complicated. God damn it. Look at that. We're getting the Nairato 74.50 now. I'm actually glad that this is being recorded. As you know, I never take down any of my streams. They all stay there. I'm gonna be going back, of course, and I'm gonna review exactly kind of what happened there, or how I was feeling at that point, because I can go back and review my emotion, right? That's what's nice about the stream. It's different when you're trading, you're going through it, but when you can review, you can be like, all right, I can see what kind of might have triggered me. I can see what candle was printing that kind of got to me, right? And for you as well, if you can see what I did wrong there, like didn't follow quite that plan to the T. 68 though, bounce. $74.50 acting up as resistance right now. One of them's got to win, 68 or 74. We're kind of inside this ping pong range here right now. Let me see if I can pull this thing off here. This. Something like that. It's a little bit bigger, but something like that. It's getting tight in here, getting tight. But either way, this is Monday. Like, look at it. Like, maybe that's why, because I didn't have enough patience. We were here at my entry for so long that, and it's Monday. I'm not as patient. During the week, I can be in a trade for like hours. It's fine. If we get the night of 74, break 68, we could be breaking that level of support, and I'll be shorting below that level, as you know. We'll see what type of price action we get. What's my streaming schedule? That's pretty much Monday through Friday at 9 in the morning all the way until, I mean, there's really no end time. So for me, it's just a matter of, I guess, depends. For example, if I already made my 2 trades that I like to do on the day, and of course I'm in the green, I'll just walk away. There's really no extra need for me to be streaming here at that point. It's just going to create an environment where I'm going to be looking for another trade, right? So I kind of like to just walk away and avoid it. Some days if I'm in a trade for a very long time, because I can be in a trade for hours sometimes, then I'll just stay on the stream, right? But yeah, I was in a trade here. I got a, so I was actually long this 69.50 or 69 something here. And then as I mentioned, I wanted to long at 68. So I was a little bit impatient there with my entry. And my stop should have been this 64 here. So what ended up happening is I tightened up my stop to, I think, right here. So I was only risking 2 points. 2 points, 2 ticks. Then this kind of wick took me out here. And then we got the push to 74.50. And if we do end up going towards that back up to that 82 would be even a little bit more painful a little bit, but doesn't matter. I didn't quite follow my plan, as I mentioned here already. I let emotions get to me. But 68, 64 is the level I kept on talking about that I wanted to get long at. And we bounced right from 66. So it just, I don't know what I did today. It just makes no sense for me to get stopped at a level of support, if that makes sense. I should have been long around this 66 level with my stop at 64. So there's a lot of bad I did on my end in terms of my emotions kind of letting the best of me here this morning. But at the end of the day, what I will take home with me is that this 82 was resistance. We knew this before it even happened. And then we knew about the 68, 64 area being support down here. So you can clearly see how the market respects the levels. We have resistance here. We have support here. And look at that. We're kind of like basically chopping in between these levels right now. So this is the difficult part, I would say. Understanding, you know, why price does what at what level. And that's what I'm going to take home with me today. You know, and I'm not going to take home me tying up my stop. Yes, that was bad on my end. I'll review that. I'll get better on that. But my analysis, gosh, I'm happy about it. So far, it's chopping around those 2 levels. I'm 1 trade in. And I don't like to do more than 2 or 3 trades on the day. Today's very slow, but typically on a 3-point stop, my take profits are like 15 points, 20 points, and I'm done, right? I'm not here for 1-to-1. I was in the green that trade, even though, yes, I did end up getting stopped here. I was in the green the entire time. I'm not going to take a 3-point victory, you know what I mean? Because I know ultimately, once that 68 holds, we're going to be breaking that 74.50, looking for a push right back up here. It's just now for me to get long here, you know what I mean? I missed it. I screwed it up here. That's my mistake. There are many ways to trade the market. I do realize that, right? Like, it's not that I don't see it or that I don't know how to, like, you know, look for trend line breaks or, you know, I used to use the book map as well, looking at order flow and things like that. But I just find technical analysis is the best in general. Like, book map could have never told me that we were going to bounce from 66. I never talked about 66. I said 68, 64 is the level of support, which is why I have this even magical box here, right? And I'm not here trying to say that I predicted it. No, I have no prediction in the market. I only follow price. And based on price, well, 64, 68 is a level of support. So I want to buy it. Just getting part of the move, not looking for full. I agree. Definitely 3 points can add up for sure. It's just that, trying to look at it like this, right? Let's say I long here 68. Yes, we got denied here today, but we could have never known that we were going to get denied there. If this was like a Friday or something, we would have hit 68 and freaking pumped already. The pump would have came in, and then we hit 74.50, right? Let's say I took profit at 74.50. It's a good trade from the 60 whatever 68. It's a decent trade, but when we get to the 78 up here, if the market wants to rally there, this is all one leg. This is all one trade. This is not 2 or 3 or 4. It's all one. Even if we get to 82, this will all be one trade. It's all going to be one. Why do I say that? Because it only hit support down here, arguably, that 66, I guess, once. Well, a couple more this time around, but this is a buy area here. So really, it's one trade. You get what I mean? One long area, one short area at 82 here. And that's kind of what I mean. I'm looking for these particular trades from like a full kind of move, right? Obviously, if I'm with a runner, I would look for the 82 push. If I was not with a runner, I'll be probably looking to lock it in at 78. And that's expected. We bounced right from support. Like the levels, price doesn't, like, price is king. I say that all the time because it truly is. And it's emotions that kind of let us kind of fail in terms of our game plan. And this is just a backtest area. It's not even a trap. Like if a trap were to come in, this thing would have been juicy, but I'm looking to risk 3 points looking for a 15-point mover, right? 10 points, fine. It's good, but I look at trading in that perspective. Like, I don't want to risk 3 points and make 3 points. It just doesn't make sense. If I'm going to do 1-to-1, I'll go to my local casino around here, you know what I mean? And I actually have fun there. I don't need to be analyzing, the charts later. I'll just put my money there. I enjoy it. I have fun there. Not that I go to those places. I'm just saying, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it there. And this will be probably your last infomercial. It's 10:25. I'm gonna be probably leaving soon. I will be looking to make another trade today, though. Whenever volatility opens on up, right now it has not opened up. You can see we're kind of still working our way back up slowly from that level of support. This is a totally free community, 100% free. You're never gonna be billed anything for it. If you're interested, I'm there pretty much almost all day. And I do get into trades and I call them out as soon as I get in. Okay, every trade that I do, it has my name on it. So if I'm ever long there, I do it instantly. I don't do it in hindsight. I'll probably even I oftentimes even talk about ahead of time. I'm like, okay, if we reclaim this level, I'm gonna be long. Okay, then when I get long, of course I mention it here. And no, it's not a Discord where I'm gonna be sending you trades. Rather, it's for me to at the same time create transparency as a trader between you and I, right? But at the same time, it also keeps me accountable, right? Like, I'm not gonna be telling everybody I'm long in a stupid trade. You know what I mean? Like, every trade I do, it's like this one, I gotta be able to back it up. So we are there all day. This thing's pumping right back up to 82. It's starting to hurt my soul because I should have been long, as I was long already. This is all one move. This is all one move. And as I often say, the market knew that I was long. Look at that. I was long 69.50. I got stopped 67. Unbelievable. 67, 77. There's 10 points already. 78, over 10 points now. And we're still looking like we want to push towards that 82. And this is what I mean, that this is all one move, one trade. Look at that. Risking 3. Fuck! Why did I get myself out? And that's what I mean. You don't need a big stop. You don't need it. 3-point stop is plenty. When your entries are good, 3-point stops are plenty. And then you're rewarding yourself with over 10 points. And this is what I mean. We want to risk 3 points and we're looking for 10, 15 plus points. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to be at a 1-to-1. 1-to-1 is garbage. Because the market moves like this. It's when you know what how the market kind of moves and you understand these waves like that, why would you want to take anything less? I think we get back up to that 82. We might break it. But we do got to respect that. We have to honor that it's resistance right now. I would not short this. I'm just giving it to you straight. I wouldn't touch it short. We could easily go through 82. We could still go hit 92. And we could still go and hit the big level at 5,900. Right? 5,900. Yeah, that's right. 5,900. 5,900 is Friday's big rejection point. Yeah, so I wouldn't short this. Until we break down that 65, I would not short. Below there, yes, I would be probably short. This is where it's difficult. I mean, I could chase price, but there's no point. This is all one move. I'm going to wait for volatility to open on up. Maybe if we get a dip. But probably not. We might just continue ripping. Should have still been long. This thing's just going to continue going. It hurts. It hurts. I'm telling you, look at that. Right after it took me out, it just kept on going higher and higher. I sit through the chop here, and then it right after it takes me out, look, higher, higher, higher. Oh my god. What about you guys? You guys want to tell me if you would be brave enough to short this 82 here? It is resistance, but I wouldn't. I need volatility to open up. Come on, like, let's get a sell and then we can test different levels. You know what I mean? Like, do something. Like, the long already has played out. This long already played out here. Any more long on this or any higher on this, it's just bonus now. I would not, like I said, be expecting 82 to break, but at the same time, I'm not gonna short it. You know what I mean? It's a very difficult thing. You got to pick and choose what what you like. I like the longs better. I like to short weakness. It's 8:30 in the morning. I'm here at like I start the stream at 7 in the morning my time, right? Because that's when it's 9 o'clock Eastern. And I'm here listening to Spanish music. 7 in the morning. I'm already like, you know, again, Spanish music gets you going at any time. It could be 6:30 in the morning. You start, doing any chores or anything around the house. You'll be dancing at 6 in the morning with some Latino music. And they all sound similar. That's what's hilarious. They all sound the same. All right, I'm watching for a potential dip. If we can get this dip and then sell off towards that 65, maybe break it down. Maybe I'm thinking short below that level. Or of course, if we get down to like the 60 and reclaim 65, I'll be long instantly at that point. So coming back on down, we got denied at 80. Hey, if you got cojones, the more closer to 82, you can short there. That's only for some brave people. Got some guts. Let's go with guts, not cojones. Guts is better. I don't know why. I always think the shorts are very risky. I mean, it's just. This is the problem here. I have this guy. I got this bull here right next to my desk. Keeps me in line with certain shorts. I'm thinking short. I look to my right. I'm reminded. All right, I'm going to be waiting for volatility to open on up. I want to see some type of dip. Remember that 65 is going to be a key level 68 area. If we break down there, and I tell you tomorrow, I was short below there if we do break down. Of course, it's going to be posted up on the free community, 100% free. And don't be surprised if I tell you, it was a good trade. But yeah, I'm going to be walking away soon. We're in a bull market last up and better on buys. Sounds like you trade pretty similarly. The longs are just, I don't know, much more predictable, or they move differently. And with regards to your comment on the bull market for the last 2 months, I would argue it's been a little bit more than that. But in general, yes, like it's been always a bullish market. I don't know if you've seen anything of what I pretty much talk about, but this has been a bullish market for a while, in my opinion. And I remember trading this back in January of 2024, which is when I started. That's when I really kind of got a little bit into the social media stuff and on Twitter and things like that. Not heavily, but I was there posting some things. And basically every dip was getting bought up since January, since way before that. But I've been bullish pretty much all year since like October of last year. It's very rare for me to short the market, actually. Like last week was the first week I think I took 2 shorts. All week long I had 2 shorts. Yeah, 2 shorts. Jobless person. Oh. Jobless person find out a job. Not sure what you mean by that, but yes, if you're jobless and you want a job, I do hope you find a job. I think that's what you mean. Village blog. I am 100% confirm you are 100% jobless person. That I'm a jobless person? Are you saying that I'm a jobless person? If that's what you're saying, well, then I agree. I am a jobless person because, as I've been very clear, I trade yes full time. So, yes, that would make me a jobless person. I think that's what you mean. I don't know. And if that's what you mean, then thank you. Yes, exactly. I'm a trader. Jobless in the sense of a job, yes. I've been here actually since leaving Toronto. I do miss Toronto, but we're gonna be going back soon. I don't know how soon. Right now it's winter time there, but I've been in El Salvador since April of this year. I like it here. I thought I wasn't gonna like it as much, but do you earn or not? You're just wasting your time. I'm just wasting my time. I like to come on the stream here and yeah, basically just put on some fake levels with some fake trades and because I make so much money from YouTube, right? Like that's the thing. Like because I'm here charging you money, so people pay me, so I don't actually have to trade. So yes, I'm just wasting my time trading for entertainment purposes. I work in a 30% day rate in this trading session. Amazing, amazing. I like to hear that. That's good for you. I applaud you. And that's a nice thing, right? If you are working part time, as you mentioned, or full time, whatever it is, that's the key, right? That's how I started too. Like you want to, kind of have that gap between you can go full time as well, right? But first, you still need some income in the meantime, right? I'm a truthful person because I'm telling the truth about myself. Well, I think I appreciate that comment. Yes, I don't charge. That was a complete joke. I don't know if you got it or not, but yes, I don't charge. I'm not even an affiliate with Top Step or anybody. I choose not to do that. Like I'm serious. I don't charge for anything. Okay, I don't even ask for likes on the stream. Like now, I've been starting to ask recently. I'll be honest because hey, there was a comment. What was it? 2 weeks ago because about growing the streams. Right, the algorithms will help with growing the stream. But besides that, I even have a free community, as I mentioned here. We started this recently at the request of viewers, and this is all free. I don't charge anybody, literally for anything. So no, I don't trade for fun. I do trade full time. Okay, this is my job. I started the YouTube channel, right? Because I thought my trading was obviously a little bit unique. If it was like everybody else, then why start another channel like everybody else's, right? And I am here just genuinely trying to provide some value for some people, and I don't want anything from anybody. You know what I mean? What I want is I want to get some volatility in the market so I can make my 10 points, 15 points plus at a nice level, talk about it on the Discord there if it's off stream, and then grow my accounts like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be charging people for money. When you start charging people for money, I think that's when things get a little bit weird because there's a lot of online people, which I'm not going to throw under the bus who or give any names, but they charge a lot of money. And I was part of those communities where I was paying like $100 and something a month, American dollars, to be part of this community. And at the end of the day, I mean, they wouldn't have much better trades than I would have on a bad day. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not going to say who or anybody, but like when you're charging people for money, you best make sure that you are making like, I don't know, I would argue at least 800,000, $1 million from your trading profits. And then, charge something reasonable, but you gotta be able to provide some serious value. You know what I mean? But to be charging $100 a month or $200 a month for me to tell you, like we're gonna get long right here because this candle looks like this, or we're gonna get short because there's a doji candle here. I think there's a serious problem with that. Like that's, you know. But but I'm just saying, I'm not here to start beef. I like my life stress free. You know what I mean? All right, so yeah, it's pretty much resistance 82, support down here. I had the long here, got out of it at a 2 point stop. I'll be making a trade later on whenever volatility picks up. We're gonna disclose it and talk about it and continue on with the trading day on the trading community here. That's your last infomercial. Okay, I know I sound like an infomercial today, but it's there if you want it. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button. It's gonna help the algorithm grow this thing even further. And yeah, we can talk some more resistance and support levels on the community there. I'm gonna walk away now. It is already what time here? 8:45. I'm gonna go see the sunshine outside. I love it. This is why I haven't returned back to Canada for this particular reason. Something I love. I wish that Canada kind of had this around this time of the year. Waking up in the morning and seeing the sunshine already hitting your face, and you have beautiful birds that they make these sounds. Obviously bird sounds make sound, but like different type of sounds. These are like tropical birds, okay? And seeing the palm trees is just amazing. But then as soon as you leave and then you kind of go outside, you're like, I mean, it's not that nice. You know what I mean? Like Toronto, you go outside, especially when I was downtown Toronto, you could see all the buildings. Like you just wake up and it smells like money there. Like you get to see the skyscrapers, you see everything. Oh my god, it smells like money there. And a shitload of debt because Canada's in a lot of debt, right? But it doesn't matter. All right. Watch your live streaming. You'll change your entire stream. You have a stream, I guess? And why would I change my whole streaming? How should I change my whole live stream? All right, let's see. Let's see. Village blogs. I don't know if you're joking or not, but what is this? Okay, I'm not gonna put it up on the main screen. Okay, I'll give you your privacy. But what is this? You don't even live stream. What are you talking about? I see some dudes dancing. Village blogs. You're messing around with me, aren't you? You don't have a live stream. What are you talking about? Well, I just closed it. Yeah, I'm definitely not watching your live stream. Okay, number one. And number two, you don't even have a live stream. This is getting interesting now. Now I'm getting interested. Coming back up to this 80 here, 79. Getting stuck again right under that 82 there. I was debating it. I'm like, well, maybe I could take a short 79, have my stop 83, but I want a short weakness. Keep chopping still. Ah, you gotta love the internet. I love it. All right, then I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, this is already a fairly long stream than usual. I like to just kind of make my trades and walk away. But so I'm gonna be done for now. Like I said, we're gonna continue on the chat on the community, free community. Whenever I'm in a trade, I am looking for another trade. I just want volatility to pick up here. I don't know when it's gonna pick up, so I can be sitting here all day, literally waiting for something that might not even happen. So we'll see. I'm gonna set my alarms on TradingView, and once those alarms get triggered, I'll be making my trade and talking about it and posting it up on the community. So if you're looking for a free community where you can potentially pick up a thing or two from traders talking about support and resistance, and of course, if you have a unique take on trading and you want to share it with us, you can come on in over here, and it's a 100% entirely free community. Yeah. So I'm gonna walk away. Thank you all for your support today. I'll be back here tomorrow again. Hopefully we can nail the trade on stream, not off stream tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Today is Monday. We got to be extra patient on Monday. So peace.